Being thrust into educating at home has been challenging for sure. Yet there is always a silver lining, right? Hello, I'm Samantha from Learning Success, and we want to help spread some positive change. So to do that, we've gathered stories from people who have noticed unexpected positive changes. What you focus on expands. So, we want to help you notice some positive changes that may be happening, and maybe focus on them a little bit more, helping you make life a little better for you and for your child. In today's video, we have Dr. Tina Marshall-Bradley. Dr. Tina Marshall-Bradley is an academic coordinator for Walden University's MS in Education program. She's been an educator for more than 30 years, and has spent 25 of those years working in teacher preparation. Her current research focuses on quality services for students underserved by the education system, comparative education, and equity in education. Dr. Marshall-Bradley's professional experience includes being the founding dean of a school of education and using NASA data to develop curricular material for elementary teachers. Let's see what positive change Dr. Tina has noticed.
Hello, I am Dr. Tina Marshall-Bradley, and I'm an academic coordinator in the Masters of Education program in the Richard W. Riley College of Education and Leadership at Walden University. I would like to take a moment to celebrate all educators and to remind parents and caregivers that not only are you your children's first teachers, you are also their consistent teachers. As they move from grade to grade throughout the years, you are the teacher that stays with them. Thus, you are uniquely qualified to meet their educational needs as well as their social and emotional needs. The recent pandemic caused many of you to take a more active role in your children's formal education. And you have done a better job than you think that you have. Instead of focusing on what you were not able to provide that schools provide, focus on the ways that your children have benefited from being with you. Here are 4 ways that children may be benefiting from being away from school. The first is a more flexible schedule. Some of you may have children who are rays of sunshine in the morning, but they begin to wilt right around lunchtime. While their siblings, on the other hand, could spend an hour or 2 longer in the bed, and that would set the stage for a positive day for them. There, in fact, is some research to support that during adolescence, some individuals may benefit from starting their days a little later. Outside of the school environment, students can optimize learning by taking advantage of being able to respond to their natural circadian rhythm, as opposed to a preset time for the day's activities to start. The second advantage of you managing more of your children's learning experiences is the opportunity for students to explore their own interests. The technical skills that may be lost because students are not following a structured curriculum may be replaced by students learning how to learn as they engage with topics that they are interested in, as opposed to topics set by schools and educators. Some of those skills might include research skills, networking, as well as advanced communication, as students seek information on topics of interest to them towards a purpose that makes sense to them. The third area where children may see an upside to not being in school is more time alone with nothing to do. Some people may call this boredom, and typically being bored is seen as negative. However, in a world where people are bombarded with information from the very time that they are born, opportunities not to be stimulated are rare, but very necessary. They're especially necessary for growing minds. These quiet moments are essential for young children. It is through these still moments that children learn about themselves as well as their environment. The fourth advantage of young people being away from structured school environments can be discovering various opportunities and engaging in unique experiences. These might be things that were available to them all of the time, but they were not able to take advantage of the opportunities or experiences because they were in school. The video conference gatherings with family members may have connected them with distant relatives in a variety of age groups. They could be developing important life skills as they provide support to a parent who is running their own business. Or they may have the experience of visiting zoos, aquariums, museums, and nature reserves virtually. These experiences that are not typically available in schools have the potential to pique children's interest as well as their curiosity in a variety of ways. The first and natural instinct to a change, as drastic as the change caused by the current pandemic, is typically distress. Families doubted their abilities to match the work that schools were doing with their children. For many families, there were too many other life changes for them to worry about not doing a good job of replicating the school experience, and they stopped trying. For others, life changes necessitated that children take on roles and responsibilities that they could not do because they were in school. As families continue their lives during the summer and examine what may possibly happen when schools are open to receive children, it is my hope that adults will reflect on lessons learned and embrace the positive experiences with their children and continue to embrace their role as teacher. It has been said that children learn more from what you are than from what you teach. Now may be a good time to reflect on who we are as individuals and to see how much our children will always learn from us. Thank you and happy parenting.
Thank you, Dr. Tina. Parents are consistent teachers. Thumbs up for this. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to share it on social media. Use the hashtag #ExpandThePositive, and remember, you've got this. The fact that you are here watching this video means you're an amazing parent, and that's a wonderful thing to be.